Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and for this video I'm going to review or talk about this chunky yarn from Easy Home that I just bought at Aldi's. So first I'm going to give you all the stats on it. While you are listening, you can look at this large button cowl, which I have not yet sewn my button on. So this chunky yarn, la-di-da-di-da-di, I had it upside down. Has 257 yards in this package. I've already made this cowl out of it. It is a number 5 bulky yarn, and they recommend using a 8mm hook, although with this large button cowl I did use a 10. And this is 100% acrylic, made in China. Overall, working with the yarn was fine. I had no issues. I didn't have problems really with a lot of splitting. There was no knots as of yet in here. The yarn wasn't unraveling while I worked. I would say it is very comparable to any other chunky yarn. More specifically, I've been using a lot of this Lion brand chunky yarn, Hometown USA, because why was I using a lot of this? Oh, because I was making the big button cowls from L'Oreal. So all in all, I like the yarn. I will say it's solid. I think it lays and folds nicely. It is definitely, I don't want to say heavy, but thick. And I liked it. Now, there's only one thing that I did not love about this yarn, and it very well could be just this skein, is I have white flecks all throughout this yarn. Now, I don't know enough about yarn creation. I know this isn't from an animal, so I know it's not like, sometimes if you're working with wool, you'll have bits of like debris because it came from an animal. But, and here's another one. This is plastic. Acrylic is plastic yarn. So what that is, I don't know, but there's these little white fuzzies. And it's not just because it was sitting next to other yarns and maybe the other color around it rubbed off and, you know, the fibers mixed. Because I center pulled. So this yarn that made this came out of the center. So it wasn't like it was just, it's on the outside of it from sitting with others. Because if you remember from my Aldi's video, they had a variegated, a pink, a teal, a gray, and a blue all mixed up in the same bin. Now, I will say, check your Aldi's. Now, do they price match? I don't know. But I will say, if you look in my comments for the Aldi's video where I mention this, there are some friends, some of you happy crafters, that were able to get this at your Aldi's for $4.99. And I'm telling you, that is an unbelievable deal. So I don't know if you would like to check with your Aldi's or if you're able to communicate in the comments with each other. I was thinking about going over to my Aldi's, and if they still had some, asking them if they would price match to $4.99. But $7.99 is what I paid. And at first I felt like, ooh, that's kind of spendy. But, folks, I did some math for you. This is what I've been making my large button cowls with. I get this at Walmart for $2.97 a skein. I feel like our Joann's is neck and neck for the same price. And this is a Lion brand, and there is only 81 yards in this little skein. This is where I did math. I took the price and divided it by the yards to find out how many cents you are paying per yard. Do you think that makes sense? Yes, that's exactly what I did. So for the Lion brand at $2.97, 81 yards, you are paying technically 0.036 repeating. I rounded up to the nearest hundredth because it's cents, 0.0, and it comes out to 4 cents. Now that is some good math that I did for you. Now, this wonderful yarn is $7.99 at the Oshkosh Aldi's. 257 yards. I did my dividing and I rounded and it comes out to 3 cents. 0.031 repeating. So that is cheaper percent. 1 penny cheaper. Oh, so I mean, it's up to you if you really feel like that's that big of a deal, but it's 1 cent per yard, folks. It's per yard. So this is cheaper than the Lion brand. Now, this is what I did. I did some more math. I just kept going. Once you got me started on the math, I couldn't stop. Now, if you are able to get this Aldi's yarn for $4.99, then you are paying 2 cents a yard. Now, what does that boil down to? If you're going to make this large button cowl, I believe you could probably get 1, maybe 2, maybe out of the Aldi's, and it's going to cost you straight up $7.99 rounded, $8, $4 a cowl, minus the big button, the crochet hook, and your time. If you were going to make this out of the Lions brand, you're going to need 2 skeins of this yarn in order to do her Laurel's cowl. And you're only going to get 1 big button cowl out of 2 of these. So it's going to be cheaper. So if you're doing these for craft shows and whatnot, and you can get over to Aldi's, these yarns are both 100% acrylic. They're both chunky yarns. You're going to get more bang for your buck if you can get this yarn. You're going to be able to sell these for $15 or $20 and make more money than if you use this Lion brand. If you are one of those blessed folks that is able to get it for $4.99, that's going to be ideal, because man, you can make 2 cowls for $4.99 for $5, and you know, obviously you're all that. I'm just talking about straight up cost. Get yourself a 99-cent button at Walmart, and you've got a really good deal there, and then your profit margin increases. So when you sell this for $15 or $20 and you only spent, you know, X amount, $3 worth of yarn and a button, you're going to make more money. So this actually ends up, I guess when I saw $7.99 a skein, I was like, ooh, that's a little much. But it's actually cheaper than this. So, and like I said, it was very equivalent to working with the Lion brand. I've made like 10 of Laurel's big button cowls. And my Walmart did not have this beautiful bold teal color. They had a light minty one. So I mean, I really love this, and I think this will look really nice on one of my sister-in-laws for Christmas. So I don't think anybody in my family really watches these videos, so I'm not ruining it. But yep, that's that. I really like it. I think it's worth it. So if you can get to an Aldi's for $7.99, or if you're, like I said, one of those lucky few. There is that thing of those little white flecks in there. But, I mean, heck, for that kind of price, I can just pull it out. See, there's one. It's just these little white, let's see if I can focus. These little white fibers that are just mixed in there. And there's not a ton of them. On this project alone, I've picked off 10. So, I mean, that's not huge. I left a few of them on there for you so I could show. But yeah, this is the cowl. I really like it. Of course, you know I love this pattern. But I like this yarn. I might still... I mean, how much yarn do I need? I feel like, I should go down and grab a few. Because it is cheaper than the Lion brand. And I would definitely say it is an equivalent. I mean, they look... very much the same kind of loose twisting with the 2 strands. Does that mean it's 2-ply, friends? Just so you know, the packaging for this yarn was made out of recycled products. So, that's nice. But, yeah. This is made in China. Where is Lion brand made? Well, the company is out of New York. And this colorway here, it's a secret. Lion brand does not want you to know where they make their yarn. Oh, this is made in the USA. I'm going to be honest, friends. I'm kind of one of those kind of people. I mean, I love the Chinese, and I don't want to get into a big debate there, but Lion Brand is made in the USA. So that might, hometown USA, that's why they call it that. You're smart, Summer. So, I mean, if that's a deal for you, it's worth the extra cents for American jobs, I guess. But it's a job for you, too. See, this is where I get into a quandary, folks. Because I can make a little bit more money if I was selling the big button cowl out of the Chinese, and then that money goes to me. But it would be really nice to support someone in the U.S. Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to leave that up to your own ethical dilemma, and I'll see about my own. So, that's that. Now, here's some facts that I have to share with you. One, I have my Yarn Bowl giveaway. You need to comment under the Yarn Bowl giveaway video in order to be counted for the giveaway prize. Also, I want you to know that I'm debating on whether or not sneaking a few things in that package. I was thinking about slipping a tulip crochet hook. I kind of struggle with that because I may or may not have a few knitters, and I do know some knitters do a little crochet, but I really did like those tulip hooks. So anyway, that is going on, and you have a few more days. That ends at Thursday. Number 2, I did do a tutorial video for the Celtic Weave. It is long. It took me like 34 minutes. But I feel like I'm going to refilm it for a number of reasons. One, in the beginning, I forgot to say, this is the hook size I use and this is the yarn I used. Ugh. Also, you know me, I said double crochet a few times. Even though I was doing treble crochets, and the majority of this time I said treble crochet, there's a couple times where I said a front post double crochet. So I feel like I got to refilm it. So that kind of is a bummer because it took me a really long time. And then my available time for filming that is not going to be till my half day Thursday. Because today was my half day and I went grocery shopping and I'm making this video about this. And so my next free day isn't till Thursday to refilm. I just wish I could figure out how to edit. I've been looking at some programs, and I'm going to have to download a program to edit the video, and then I'll have to transfer the video from the editing program to YouTube. And that's just a little more advanced my skill set. But that's the only way I'd be able to fix that, is if I could just like flash on the screen, treble crochet. So, what do? I can't be saying the wrong thing. But other than that, I think that I'm trying to think about what was my third thing. Well, I don't know. I forgot. And that's that. So here it is. Check out this Aldi's yarn. It's really not that. I will say the only, beside the white flecks, if this bothers you folks, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to go. It squeaks on your hook. Now, I never noticed that was a thing until I started reading, getting more involved in the crochet knitting world, where apparently some people are bothered by the squeak. Now, I'm not bothered by it, but I notice it now. It definitely does not happen with wools and cottons, but with some acrylic yarns, they squeak on your hook. It's just a weird, not even like a squeak, squeak. It's just a light sound, maybe a sound with a vibration, so if that bothers you, this one definitely does it on your hook. It's a light, real light, faint sound. Whereas the Lions Brand, I've never noticed it with that, so I don't know. It doesn't make me stop wanting to use a yarn that significantly. But some people I've noticed in chat groups are bothered by squeaking, and if you are, I'm sorry. Steer clear of the Aldi's yarn because it will squeak on your hook. But that's it. That's all I have for today. I got to sew a big button on this, and then I got to keep working on my knitting. I think I'll probably have this scarf done in 1 week. 1 more week of knitting, and you'll get to see my finished scarf that I've been knitting with the Lion Brand Comfy Cotton. All right, that's all I have. Check out my other video to get yourself entered into the giveaway. And until then, happy crafting. Bye.